Christmas. Merry Christmas, happy holiday, happy Kwanzaa, happy Festival of Lights, happy Hanukkah. It's all happening around the same time. And your style appetizer for this week is coming from a huge fire that I have inside my heart, a huge light that shines in the brightest moments. And I'm going to share with you what those brightest moments are. In this whole time of COVID that we've all been apart, and I say apart because yes, we've connected on Zoom, and yes, we've connected on the phone, and we've connected on calls, but I'm realizing that the biggest light, as I'm trying to pull a hair out of my face, that the biggest light, that's why I wanted you to see the fireplace, the biggest light in my life, and the thing that nourishes, I think, most of humanity, but nourishes me the most, is my connection with all of you. And as we're celebrating Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and anything else that you're celebrating, the 24th is my daughter's wedding anniversary. And on the 21st of December is her birthday. And lots and lots of people are born, lots of people I love are born right around this time. This is a very, very delicate and precious and loving time for me. And the thing that I remember the most, and the thing that I always come to the conclusion of when around the time of the holidays, and what COVID so took away from all of us, is the connection to all of you. The connection, not just the connection by a phone, not just the connection, oh yes, I know that there's this person in my life, but the connection of being with you, being in person, in the same space, breathing the same air. And I can tell you that every single end of the year, like for the last 40 years of my life, I take inventory every night. You guys know that, those of you who know me and know me intimately. And those of you who don't, if this is your first time around for the holidays, and this is your first style appetizer on the holidays, you will know that this one's a little longer. You will also know, or come to know, that I take inventory of my life every night. And every end of the month, sometimes I do it on solstices, sometimes I do it just at the end of a quarter, but then I do a really big intake and outlook onto the new year as the year comes to an end. And it never ceases to amaze me that the thing that really gets into my heart and wells over my joy so that they come out in tears of bliss and roll down my face when I talk about this. And there's no one there when I talk about this to myself. The gratitude is always based on the connections that I have in my life. The connections of loved ones, the connections of friends I've had for some for over 50 years. My family, but my family in a way that is beyond the understanding of gratitude, because it's priceless. That's my birth family. You are my other family. So if you're watching this, you're somehow connected to Image Therapists International, or you're a friend, or you're a client, or you're going to be a client. And the thing that I want to share with all of you is that you are equally as important to me as my friends. That the process with which I birth an unveiling, or we birth it together, an unveiling of the authentic you, is a very sacred experience for me. And this is the third year that people are still afraid to come together. And I've had a few interactions here in real life, and we've taught a workshop here, and my friend Maggie facilitated that. And my client and friend Nina was never afraid to come. And, there were certain moments, highlights, big highlights inside of all of this disconnect that showed me even more how precious connection with people who support one another, who learn from each other. The communities that we've built together, the women's communities, the inner circle, the sacred style sanctuary, all of the dressing brilliantly workshops, all of the authentic you, all of it is so dear to me and so precious. And none of it could have happened without all of you. So Christmas is a very, very special time of gratitude. We give gifts. I think the biggest gift that we can give to the world is that we are a space of amazingness and glorious acceptance and gratitude and beauty and joy and expression, full expression of who we are onto the world. I think that's the biggest way we can show our gratitude to the universe, to our friends, to our parents, to whoever is in our lives. A friend of mine, a very dear friend of mine, looked at me the other day and said, "Does your mother know how beautiful you are?" And it was such an intimate reminder that when we're seen by our parents, by our friends, by our loved ones, and they reflect back to us who we truly are in the world, beauty comes from the inside. It's not a physical thing always. It shines through your eyes. Your love shines through your eyes, through your skin, through your actions, through the choice of our words. And so I'm going to ask you the same thing. Not does your mother know how beautiful you are, but I'm going to ask you, do you know how beautiful you are? Because if you don't, then let me remind you, you are one of God's most amazing creations. And I am so grateful that you're a part of my life, that you're in my tribe. And I can't wait to hug you and see you and wrap my arms around you in real life. I wish you a most joyous and connected and loving and touchable, delicious holiday season. May everything that you want and everything that the universe has in store for you come to pass. And know that there's so much love here for you. Happy holidays. And this is your style appetizer for the week. Now go get dressed up. Make sure you're playing your closet and tell me which corner of the universe are you lighting up tonight. Mwah! I love you.